J Mill, you ready to get this show cracking? I don't think the people are ready for this one.
I'm so ready for this one. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the day before Thanksgiving. To those college kids, happy Blackout Wednesday. The man with the plan, Fernando Macias, the man, the myth, the legend himself, J Mill. Do you remember them Blackout Wednesdays? I don't because it was blacking out.
It's my favorite family. It's my favorite day. Fuck, edit that shit out. Hold on.
I thought you were gonna say it's your favorite family member. I didn't know it's a part of the family, Jay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, it's my favorite holiday. That's what I meant
There
to
you
say.
go. There
And
you go.
Thanksgiving is you gotta support. You gotta be with your family. You gotta be with them.
Great. And then we got some football. I see you with the Romo on. Legendary in the Thanksgiving nights.
Tony Romo, man, he was the baddest man. He might have choked a couple times, but
Hey,
he was still pretty great.
damn it. No lie about that one, Jay. Hey, there's so much going on in the world. And they tell us, Jay, talking goats, all we talk about is Drake and the six guy. But guess what? It's because
But
Drake is the greatest of all time. So you know what, JML? We gonna do a GOAT check on the six guy today. The day
oh man,
before the thankfulness. Let's thank the heavens that Drake is in the rap game because the rap game is shit right now. I don't know what anyone thinks. I don't really care either. But let's do a GOAT check with the six guy. You ready, Jay?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's hit with the soft one. I know you like them white boys. So let's hit it with a little Jack Harlow. What you think? Does Drake pass Jack Harlow on that GOAT check? I know I'm starting off soft.
Look, I love Jack Harlow, but he copied the boy swag. And if you hear their song together, Drake kind of bodies him, like
Kind of.
destroys him. Yeah, he destroys him. I'm trying to be generous.
Try to be
I'm
generous.
I'm
Jack
trying to be
Harlow, a
generous.
young goat. He's a young goat in the making. I like the white boy. I like the white boy. Let's move on to another white boy that I won't necessarily consider a goat, but I know he's one of your favorites. He hopped to a different genre. That is
Oh,
MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. What do you think?
hey, there's a lot of white on white violence right now. MGK Mills. Uh, yes, Drake is better, but I like MGK style.
I
That's like
really
my
don't know why
style.
you were taking so long scratching your beard like this was a question. I was just fucking around with these two, and you're over here.
Bro,
Ah.
I just heard MGK song right now. The new one he dropped is pretty hard, bro. Look, it's called Soprano. It's pretty hard. So
He's not that guy, Jay. He's not that guy. But I knew you were going to debate about it. See, I was correct on that. But let's move on. Let's move on to a couple rappers that RIP to them. Some of them are the younger generation, which this younger generation, they call them legends. They call them goats. Let's start off with Juice World. What you think?
Juice World is a big influence in the younger generation right now.
Absolutely.
Um, he's done a lot of great shit. He's got some good freestyles. R.I.P. Juice, but Drake is better. Yeah.
Of course. But see, I'm glad that you're giving each competitor a debate. You know, you're giving some reasoning behind it. You can, because to me it's just Drake, Drake, Drake. But you're like, oh, give him some love, give him some credit. Let's move on to a guy that R.I.P. and Drake might be the reason that he's R.I.P.'d.
You're talking
Triple
about that.
X, XXX Lesion. What do you think, J Mill?
X had some classics, of course. We don't know what happened in that situation. Drake keeps talking like he had something to do with it. Honestly, he does a lot of
Talk
like.
about it. I like the little controversy.
I mean, what is he talking about? The 10, 10, 10, XXX?
I
Like,
don't know. The
if he
boy
wasn't
does what
talking,
he wants.
if he wasn't talking on that live, he would have not died and all that stuff. I don't know, man, but I got to give it to my boy Drake, though.
Of course. But we like the controversy, though, and I like that Drake runs with it because who knows if he really did do it, but he runs with it. He sure does run with it.
Well, I mean, the guy did talk about his mom and say some shit, like tell him to suck his dick and shit. Like, come on, so he has mob ties, bro. He has mob ties.
You're not lying about that one.
Fern, you disappeared.
I know. I gotta make sure we focus. Gotta make sure we get no disruptions because we doing a GOAT check to the greatest in the six guy. The next guy, Jay, it's a white boy. R.I.P. to him, and his name starts with an M. That's funny that you turn the hat around. One of my favorites out there. But let's throw him out there. Let's go with Mac Miller.
Oh my God! All these people are like, I don't want to talk bad.
They're likable. That's why I'm throwing them at you.
They're all dead, bro.
No, so far I said that we're going to go through some dead guys right now.
Mac Miller's great too. He's a legend.
Great. Absolutely great.
He's top 5 white rappers.
I agree.
But I give it to Drake.
Of course. See, I'm giving you likable guys that are dead that you don't really want to stir up their fan base. And guess what? Yeah. I'm giving you another dead guy. He didn't die so recently.
What the hell, man?
he didn't die so long ago. DMX. The dog. DMX, who wasn't a fan of Drake himself. But what you think?
I know he wasn't. He's, again, another legend. He went hard.
This was a certified legend. Certified legend.
And he was a little crazy, kind of like he was like going through his addiction problems and stuff, and I understand that.
Absolutely.
But again, it's Drake is my guy, It's Drake.
Of course, but I like how you make it seem like there's doubt. You're a good storyteller, Jay. Sometimes you're on it. You like to make it seem like when they do the paternity test, when it comes to little, you are not the father. You're doing a great build-up, Jay. You're doing a great build-up.
That actually happened to me recently. I was not the father. I'm not joking. It was crazy, but yeah.
You're making me disappear. Let's go on to a guy. Let's go to a legend who's alive now, Jay. This one's a certified lyricist, been in some rap battles himself from the East Coast. I'm disappearing. I'm sorry. Disappearing. Mr. Nas himself from New York. What you think? Nas is great. He's a GOAT himself.
Oh man. Look. In terms
now we're going through some tough ones.
I listen to Drake more than I listen to Nas, but I love Nas. I listen to him a lot too. He's in my top 5 on Spotify. So, but I have to get to Drake though,
The sixth guy, 7 for 7 on this GOAT check. Crazy. Tyson Fury struggled on the GOAT check, Jay. Drake, you're making it seem like it could be possible, but he's 7 for 7 currently. Let's move on to a guy. I put him on here so it could be a little bit comical, What you think? Meek Mill.
Come on. That's an easy W for Drake.
For the rest of them, you made an argument at least.
No, there's no argument. That's the one that's not an argument.
The rest of them you even from Machine Gun Kelly, you made an argument. But you said, nah.
No argument. MGK is better than Meek Mill, I think.
Oh my God. We'll talk about that one for sure at another day. But
bro,
no,
I mean, I remember all these debates we had about Drake and Meek during their battle, and I told
Bro,
everyone Drake's gonna kill this guy. You just gotta watch. They're like, no, he's a battle
Meek's
rapper.
a battle rapper. What you talking about, Jay? This
And
is
then he
what
went,
Meek does.
and then he dropped the back to back, and it was over.
It was crazy. Crazy times we were living. Hey, I'm a big fan of back to back, but that summer 16 joint, that shit just went. Damn, I love that one, Trip. I love that one.
That one's fire, yeah.
8 for 8, Jay. 8 for 8. You said no debate on the number 8. Let's move on to the final two. The final two are his competitors, Jay. I think you know who they are. Let me name the first one. The one he's on. The boy is on the tour with this guy. Let's go with Cole. Cole World, J. Cole.
Cole's actually a good lyricist. I've been listening to him a lot more lately, but Drake is the number one. I don't know. He does better. I think he's just been running the game longer, you know?
Cole's great though. I mean, Cole, he don't miss. Cole does great. He has his own thing too, his own vibe. He even was a hooper too. He even got his own Puma shoe. It's just Drake's a little bit better. A lot bit better. A lot of bit.
Yeah, I used to hate on Cole, but I respect him now.
Yeah, there's some people out there that are gonna. There's some people that say Cole over Drake any day. There's some people that are gonna say J. Cole this, that. J. Cole is that guy, but Drake's better. 9 for 9 for that boy.
I think so.
Number 10, Jay. They say this is Drake's biggest competitor. Not as big as rival, Jay. As big as rival, that might be Yeezy.
I already know what you're gonna say.
His biggest competitor, Jay. The one that he has to worry about to take his crown for this generation's best rapper. That is Kendrick Lamar. Come on, Jay. We gotta talk about it.
Get the fuck out of here. It's over, bro. You've been missing, like, you can't just drop some. Billboard put him at number 2. Why? I don't understand why Billboard put him at number 2. Drake is like number 2, like, or in top 5 at least. Get out of here with that.
They Kendrick said ain't no one better than Kendrick besides Hov, and just give Kendrick time, and he might catch up too. That's what they said.
He's not better than Biggie. He's not better than Pac. He's not even better than Wayne. He's not better than M. I could keep going.
Nas,
do you want me to keep going?
Nas.
He's not better than Nas. Like, this guy, he disappears. Nas just dropped like 3 albums in a row, and he won a Grammy, and he's like, I don't understand the conversation. I don't understand why he's up there.
You know, the people love him, Jay. You know, when he drops, even his last album, they said this shit just spoke volumes. They spoke so highly of it still. And
no, Mr. Morals and the Steppers or whatever, it just kind of came and went. Like,
but it was still spoken highly of. You're right. I mean, there wasn't necessarily a track that's one of his singles that kept on and on and on. Not even like a TikTok song. But
yeah, but I mean, it took him 5 years, and then it still wasn't that captivating. Honestly, it was just it just wasn't. I don't see it that way. Maybe you do. I don't know.
See, and this is the thing, Jay. You say the boy falling off, and look how you just ripped apart his biggest competitor. His biggest competitor, you saying he's not even in the same threshold as him.
I don't think that's his biggest competitor. I think it's J. Cole, but they're friends now, so.
The boy went 10 for 10, Jay. 10 for 10 on that GOAT check for the boy.
That's how much I love Drake. I love you, Drake. I love you, bro.
But let's move on to to the subject we've been talking about too. And I like that thought about it, Jake. We should talk about it. We talking GOATs. We always talking GOATs, but let's talk about what's the downfall of a GOAT and what causes it. Let's get into some shit, Jay. What makes a GOAT fall off? because it's usually similar in every facet, you know. A lot of the time, it's just father time. They get old, you know.
Yeah, I think at a certain age, people should retire, but also like it's hard to retire when that's your passion. But
Oh,
so that's why some people go after 40 and 50. Andre 3000,
absolutely,
he retired, so but
absolutely.
he dropped the flute album. So you
He
know,
even said
Eminem's
it.
still
What's he gonna
going,
rap about? Just his bones hurting and shit.
right?
What's he
But
gonna
I mean,
rap about?
exactly. So it gets to a point where you got to get into a different, like get into film and stuff,
Oh,
or
absolutely, because
get
they
into
already rapped
production.
about the struggle and everything. They're living
Yeah,
life now. They're living
yeah. I
life.
mean, it's like once you make it, once that hunger goes, you're
Oh,
done. Like
absolutely,
you could go to
absolutely.
a different media platform.
Father Time is definitely one of them. But do you think there's some goats out there that are just timeless?
Yeah, I think like Jay-Z and M are like because in has not been that long. It hasn't been going out that long, right? So like to me, that's like the Beatles and Rolling Stones. But since they're rock stars, they don't get criticized as much as rappers. But Eminem and Jay-Z are still the classic rappers that just keep going. Nas is one of them as well.
True, you ain't
And
lying, you ain't lying.
yeah, I mean, I see it like I think M's gonna be rapping till he's like 70. You know, like I don't think he's ever gonna stop.
True, but what more could he say? It's like what Lil Wayne says. Sometimes he has to pay someone to look up if he's rapped about it already or rapped that lyric already. That's how much he's rapped and he don't even remember. You gotta have pay someone to be like, have I said that shit before?
Bro,
That's crazy.
even I do that. And I've been rapping for 4 months. So
So,
I only could imagine.
but like you just said it, Hove and them are gonna become one of those goats that are timeless in rap. Just how the Beatles became timeless in rock, just like Michael Jackson, R.I.P. to the realist, is timeless. You can play some Michael Jackson anywhere, and you know that'll hit. So time definitely certified, and still is one of the things that is a downfall of a goat. But some could beat Father Time in some aspects because they are able to go on in some other way, even if they made a great song and it's still being played. But let's talk about other factors. Let's talk about a factor, Jay, that's a downfall of many men, but could also be of women because women are goats too, you know. But women, primarily, excuse me, because I'm a pro female, but bitches, you know what I'm talking about, Jay. Bitches could be the downfall of a goat. And I'm not just saying in a sexual aspect, in other fucking ways. And I'm not even just talking about exactly get sexual misconduct ways. Women just hate on you for some reason, and women hate on other women. So I'm talking bitches, Jay. Could be the
Man,
downfall of goat, and we've seen it.
I got beef with a lot of bitches, man. And a lot of dudes that act like bitches too, and that are fucking coming
That's a
up here.
different subject. That's a different subject. We just talking about bitches that are just here ruining female bitches. Pardon me, because of course there are some male bitches. We talk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be saying bitches like this, but bitches be ruining shit. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Trust me, I know what you mean.
You could be, hey, you could be the greatest of great, but if you have a bitch that's just trying to ruin you, she could literally fuck up your whole world and you don't even know it. In a blink of an eye, all of a sudden, you're like, what the fuck, man? And there's a lot of them in every facet of the industry. For the love of God, nowadays it's a tough call because bitches could say you did something to them and you go to jail.
I mean,
You have to prove your innocence.
Look at what just happened to Jamie Foxx, bro. He's getting charged for assault or something, sexual
Ooh,
assault.
it happens. And don't get me wrong, there are some
It
motherfuckers
happens to
that
a lot of
do
people
wrong
in
shit,
Hollywood,
but
man.
it ruins you.
Yeah. But I mean, are they lying? Do we actually know?
Exactly. That's the hard part.
You
Absolutely, it's a
know?
hard part. It's a thin line. It's a fine line. But
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the innocent women. I'm talking about them bitches, Jay. And bitches always trying to ruin a goat, and sometimes they do ruin a goat. And it's sad because we've seen it in time and time again. But let's move on because I could talk all day bad about bitches. But let's move on to another downfall of goats, Jay. Because I like seeing goats to the top, but I'm also curious on what the fuck what made them fall off, you know? You
Right.
get me? And let's
Yeah.
keep talking about it. What else? What you got? You got anything in your mind that fucks up goats from being their great as they can be?
No, I think it's just more like you're painting a canvas, right? And then after a while, the
I like
canvas
it.
is just there's too much paint. It's over. Like
Painting the
there's no more
canvas
room.
and there's too much paint. Where the fuck did you hear this, man? You preaching right now?
I'm
Painting the
preaching, dog.
canvas and there's too much paint on it.
Hey, man,
Damn.
I just popped an Adderall, bro. I'm thinking very clearly.
That hey, you really are, cause that shit just spoke volumes right now. And that's no lie. Sometimes you've done it all. You've done
Yeah.
it all. What else, what more there is to do, right? What more?
Right. I mean, that's how I think about like Drake is like look at Snoop Dogg. Look at Snoop Dogg.
Look,
Snoop Dogg has done fucking every. Like, I can't walk.
everything.
I see Snoop Dogg every day. Like somehow I will see him. Like I'll see him at the store
Bro,
and
and you
like
saw the troll he did about fucking stopping smoke?
what?
You have you heard about Snoop Dogg that he's gonna stop
Oh,
smoking?
oh yeah. But then he does smoke still.
Yeah, it was the fire pit that doesn't create smoke. That's what
Yeah,
he meant. That was some A1 advertisement right there. People
of
were
course he's gonna.
believing
You
it.
think he's gonna stop smoking? Come on, bro.
Hell no.
That's like me with drinking. It's just hard. It's
Bro,
just
but that's
hard.
crazy. That's crazy. That was some A1 advertisement. You ain't lying. That motherfucker just done it all. Done it all.
And
Like,
he
what
keeps
more can
going.
he
He's just doing the side missions at this point. We know that.
do? Hey, shout out to the new GTAs coming out. Shit's gonna go crazy.
I can't wait. I can't
Bro,
wait for that.
for real. But for real, Snoop is literally just doing side missions. Because I mean, he's like we just said, he's done it everything. You spoke in the truest words ever. You paint in the canvas, and sometimes there's too much paint. You ain't lying on that one. I like that when you've done it all. Because especially, hey, let's talk about it in sports. In sports, Tom Brady. What more could he fucking do? I thought he was going to retire after the third, fourth Super Bowl. He just kept winning.
Bro, Brady, I think he could have kept going and possibly being in contention again.
He lost
But,
his wife because of this shit, man.
bro,
Bro,
come on.
literally, he said, I want to win another one. Divorce. What the fuck? He divorced Giselle, a supermodel.
Bro, how
For
do they even talk? Don't they speak a different language?
well, for like it's for what, bro? He completely and Brady, come on, Brady completed every fucking side mission in the NFL as well. He jumped to the other side to Florida, fucking Florida, and he won one.
Didn't he almost win another one with
Well, he
Tampa?
got close. They almost came back at the end. It's just Cooper Cup and the Rams were amazing. Yeah, he came close. He sure did.
Dude,
But
sometimes it takes over, man. That passion. Sometimes you just want it more than like. And
definitely.
7 rings, get out of here. Like,
Bro, but
Joe
see,
Montana has 4, Brady 7.
hey, where the fuck was Peyton at? So I'm tired. People want to talk about Payne being so great, and that's right. I still think Patrick Mahomes is better than Payne. I think it's Tom Brady and then Patrick Mahomes because Peyton Manning, hey, he didn't complete all the side missions. Let me tell you.
Look, well, Patrick Mahomes has time, right? So, like,
Well, he has a lot of fucking time.
I don't know, man. Manning was very good in the pocket. Like, he was I don't know. He was
Who
good.
the
He was good.
okay? Who the fuck did Peyton Manning have?
Exactly. Peyton made them. Like he had Marvin Harrison, and then well, who else? Like that's it.
You think Peyton made them? I don't
What?
think Payne made them. I think he did help them, but I don't think he made them. Marvin
I don't.
Harrison would have been a dog no matter what.
No, he made a couple people. Like he made from the Broncos. He made
I only
Thomas.
say he made one person or two people. Two people. I'll take that back. He made the both of the tight ends. He made Dallas Clark with the Colts and the tight end from the Broncos. But the receivers, they were badass already. Come on, put Brady in the same situations as Peyton. I think Brady fucking shatters records.
It's 7-2,
I mean, and
right?
he did. Brady did shatter records without that.
I don't know, but it's a good argument that you can say that Mahomes is better than Manning. I never saw it that way because I don't watch football the same way as I used to. But I think Peyton's like when I was watching it, man, Peyton was going against Brady and he would beat him in a championship and do some other stuff. And
Not
like
often.
he has a Super Bowl record. So
Not often. He didn't beat him often. He beat him a couple times, and one time he was hurt.
I think it's kind of he got closer towards the end of his career.
Oh, definitely. When he had a star-studded ass team, when he didn't even do anything. I mean, come on. Payne's last Super Bowl that he won was all the Denver Broncos. Any quarterback could have won. They even benched him that year. The year they won, he got benched. People don't remember that shit. He was terrible that year.
I can't believe that we made a show talking about how Eli is better than Peyton. Like Peyton, I think Peyton is better, dude.
Bro, someone, I forgot who. I wish I would have recorded. Someone tried to make the points that I was making. I swear to God, I should have just commented and started talking goats right there. Because I was like, bro, I made points weeks ago.
On what? On YouTube or what?
I forgot what sport, because they were talking about Peyton's their show, the Manning Brothers show. And then they were talking about like Eli's a little bit more entertaining, and that who would you have rather want to play with? And then the guy was making an argument for Eli, even though I was like, I don't know about you. I would rather play with Peyton. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Dude.
But you got a compelling argument with Eli, because Eli, come on, man. Eli's just Eli. He's the little brother.
That conversation is ridiculous. Like Peyton is so much better. Eli just clutch. That's
What do you want?
He was just clutch.
So what do you want at the end of the day? You just want to pad stats, or do you want to win it all, Jay? That's the debate. Because I mean, Eli made a lot of Eli gave Michael Strahan a Super Bowl ring.
They're gonna have a conversation about this tomorrow on Thanksgiving on the dinner table. I bet you they have it every year, but
Eli, come on now. Without Eli Manning, Michael Strahan does not have a Super Bowl ring. That's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean,
they both made a lot of men rich. They both won a lot of men Super Bowls, but I'm on the side of Eli over Payton. I'm just saying, because I think Payton's
video, by the way.
I think Payton's one of the most overrated quarterbacks of all time. That's all I'm saying.
I don't see it that way. I think he's top 5, right? But see, whatever.
One thing that did hurt Payton, let's talk about it, that hurts coach too, injuries. Sometimes a motherfucker gets hurt, or worse, injury/death. Because, hey, I don't know about you, but death for some reason also, of course it ends goats, but for some reason, death makes goats. Because like how they talk about Triple X, how they talk about Juice, it's because they died. They talk about them like they're super legendary because they were gone too soon.
Look, if Eminem died in 2002, he'd be the GOAT.
Shit.
If Lil Wayne died in 2011, he'd be the GOAT. Like
it's like Pac. Pac
like
died
Biggie,
and he's
Biggie and Pac, if they would have survived, they would have fallen off eventually.
Eventually,
But,
I agree. I
but
agree.
if they died in their prime, they're legends, right?
Absolutely. It's like, hey, RIP to a real one too. Kobe. Kobe died, and that made him to a different height for some reason. Because Kobe was legendary. We all knew that. But when he died, it took him to fucking beyond legendary. A go, RIP Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, the way Kobe went was fucked up. Like it was like really sad.
100%. It came out
I
of
cried
nowhere.
that. I actually cried that day, but
Bro, that
because
shit
I
was
was so fucking
heartbreaking.
pissed.
Yeah, this shit was
But
heartbreaking.
I still think Kobe's around the top 10.
Oh,
You know,
100%. But you just said it. Kobe died and you cried. What other fucking sports person is gonna do that? Like if Shaq died right now, I don't think I would be that sad. But I'm not saying I want Shaq to die. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But I don't
well,
think he would be as sad. Give it because there was the whole situation with his daughter as well. That too. But the way
that
he
you
died,
see,
the whole thing, it just made him
yeah,
even more
I
legendary.
kind of want to cry right now just to bring it up. But Kobe was so charismatic, and so was Shaq. But
So it's
I
Shaq.
mean, Kobe was so charismatic, and he was like compared to Jordan during his time. So it was, and
See,
the way he went, right? Like the I'm not going to
100%.
get into detail, but come on,
Even Jordan cried. Even Jordan cried.
yeah. I mean, it was
And,
fucked up.
and even let's not even talk about death, even injury. Let's talk about injury because the greatest point guard in Chicago history, if he never would have torn his ACL, Derrick Rose would have led us to so many. I can't, Jay. I can't.
So overrated.
Fuck you. Fuck you. That's my boy. Fuck you.
If you don't win a ring, get out of town.
If he didn't
It
give
reminds me of
it,
Jay Cutler. It reminds me of Cutler.
fuck that. No, Derrick Rose nowhere near Jay. Hey, I like my boy Smoking Jay as well, by the way. But come on, man. If Derrick Rose don't get hurt, his fucking career is fucking. Oh man, that one hurts. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move past this one.
How,
Let's
for
go
how,
on to
how
other
close
guys.
did he get? How close did he get to the championship?
He lost. Well, he lost to fucking LeBron James in the Miami Heat.
Exactly. He wasn't even that close, but he lost it like in the semifinals or something.
No, he lost in the conference finals right before the finals.
Well, so did Jay Cutler. He lost in the
And
fucking.
then Derek got hurt. He was favored to fucking face him for years. He would have beat those fucking Mavericks. It's just literally he had no fucking help. And then when he got the help, his knees were gone. Fuck! Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about mistakes. Let's talk about
Oh,
this will be the
I'm a pro
last
at
thing for
that.
the downfall.
That's for
There's
sure.
plenty of things for the downfall, the goats. Plenty of things. But I consider Tony Romo a goat right there. I really do. Tony Romo is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He dated Jessica Simpson. Remember that?
I remember that, but when they were dating, she was kind of fat.
Bro, you telling me like you still wouldn't have get on with her? Come
Well, that's
on,
my
man.
type.
And Tony Romo, I do consider one of the greatest quarterback of all times. He always came up short, and he always made that big mistake. Just like that first playoff game, Jay, where he fucking all he had to do was laces out. Boom. Game over. He fucking choked.
Bro, Tony Romo is not even top 25. I mean, I'm wearing the jersey, but come on, he's not one of
You
the
don't think
greatest.
so? You can name
No,
25 quarterbacks better than Tony Romo? I'm
I
telling
can
you,
actually.
you'll be
But
surprised at the stats that Tony Romo has. Tony was one of the most clutch quarterbacks. He's literally top 5 in comebacks. Did you know that?
look, you
He
have
played
no
so
rings.
long. He had T.O. He had Des Bryant.
and he has no rings, so that's even
I agree.
a bigger point. If you
But
have
how many-
T.O., what's up?
I agree, but how many quarterbacks don't have rings? Jay, how many quarterbacks right now in the league have rings? There's only 2.
They all suck.
There's only 2. Do you know how hard it is to win a ring? This is what I'm telling you. Especially in Tony Romo's time. In Tony Romo's time, how many people are the only ones to win rings, Jay? There was only Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning,
And Roethlisberger,
Roethlisberger. But we keep going. There's still a couple more. Who else won?
Aaron Rodgers,
A-Rod,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. That's number 6.
I don't know who else.
The Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Flacco.
What's his name?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
7 fucking quarterbacks won, Jay.
And
I'm trying to go through right now, and I'm talking about Tony Romo's time, because that doesn't include Patrick Mahomes and shit. Because Tony Romo was done already. That's 7 fucking quarterbacks, Jay.
The reason I'm wearing the Tony Romo jersey is because they're playing tomorrow.
Oh, it's Thanksgiving. But you didn't know that I was going to talk about Tony being one of the greatest. Because 7 quarterbacks, Jay. That's it. That is it, Jay.
Okay, but he didn't even get close. He didn't even make it to the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's hard. That's all hard too. All of it's hard.
Okay, so
I still think he's one of the greatest. There's plenty of quarterbacks that I think are big. Hey, you're trying to tell me Michael Vick is not one of the greatest ever?
To me, he is.
But he never even got close to the Super Bowl.
But he changed the game. It's different. He changed the game by the running. With all that running,
he did. But he never even won shit. Tony won shit in the playoffs. Michael Vick didn't win shit.
But he changed the game.
There's players.
He changed the game.
Absolutely. But there's players out there that literally don't win, especially that quarterback position. Look at right now. Lamar Jackson's one of the greatest, but he hasn't done shit either. He still has a lot of time. But there's Philip Rivers. Do you think Philip Rivers is one of the greatest of all time?
Absolutely not. I don't even know if he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
I'm gonna be completely honest.
Come on.
Really, he didn't do shit, bro. You had that running back. I forgot his name.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, and you didn't fucking make it the whole fucking time.
It's
Manning
hard.
and Brady whoop your ass.
It's hard. I'm saying the NFL's hard, Jay, especially in that Tom Brady era. And right now, it's the Patrick Mahomes era.
Right, but if we're talking about greatness, you can't give people sympathy. Like get great.
But I am saying he's one of the greatest of all time at quarterback. But I'm not saying he's top 10. I'm giving him top 25. Because hold on, Jay, hold on. I just said Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl ring. Who's better, Joe Flacco or Tony Romo?
Joe Flacco, because he killed it that year.
Shut the fuck up, Jay.
What the fuck what are you talking about? Dude, he fucking killed it that year. He won the Super Bowl. He beat Brady.
Year. Yeah, that 1 year he did amazing. But you're telling me he didn't have one of the greatest defenses ever? Huh?
He beat Peyton Manning. He beat Brady. He was going off.
He had Ray fucking Lewis and Ed Reed.
Okay,
you're telling me Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, 2 of the greatest defensive players of all time, are not going to make a difference?
That's fine. That's one player on a team. You just said it yourself. It's a team, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a team. Absolutely. Okay. But I'm saying, look, hold on. Let's talk about one of the greatest ever.
Joe Flacco's not better than Tony Romo. That's what you're saying right now.
No. Hell no. Joe Flacco's not better than Tony Romo.
I don't agree at all. I don't believe you.
Hell no. Joe Flacco is not better than Tony Romo. Tony Romo has better stats.
He didn't do shit. I'm about to take this fucking jersey off. You're actually convincing me.
Oh shit!
I'm taking the fucking jersey off now.
So, Tony Romo is one of the greatest. Bro, I played with him in Madden all the time and whooped your ass with him. Jason Witten. That was my play. Tony Romo to Jason Witten.
Look, okay, I don't agree. I don't agree, but
I'm telling you, he just fell short of that, breaking that echelon to becoming to that top tier, which you include him. I do think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I would put him in the top 25 over a couple Super Bowl winning quarterbacks as well. Do you know I'm a Bears fucking I am a Bears fan, Jay. You know I would have killed for a Tony fucking Romo.
yeah, that's true because we have shitty quarterbacks. That's why.
And I'm telling you, a bunch of other places would have killed for a Tony Romo. The Ravens would have wanted Tony Romo over Joe Flacco.
They used to say that about Jay Cutler, and then we got him. He didn't do shit. I mean, it's coaching.
I did not want Jay Cutler. I was happy we got Jay Cutler. I did not want Jay Cutler. There's difference.
If you think we got Mahomes, do you think we would have a ring? The Bears?
It's hard to say because it's so many implications happen. The NFL is so hard. You need everything. You need a coach. You need everything needs to play out. The NFL is the ultimate team sport and is probably, in my opinion, one of the hardest sports to win because it takes literally not just every fucking person. It takes all the fucking coaches too. It's hard. And that's why I'm telling you, Tony, put the jersey back on, motherfucker. Tony Romo is one of the greatest.
Okay, if you say so. He's a good commentator. I'll give him that.
Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, comment. Let them know. Let Jay know you agree with me. And Tony Romo is a fucking GOAT. But let me know what you think. What else is downfall of GOATs? Because I think the only thing that really stopped Tony Romo from pushing to that upper echelon and becoming one of the greatest of the greats, he always made that big mistake or some crazy shit happened. Like when Dez Bryant caught the pass against those fucking Packers and they said it wasn't a catch. That's some bullshit. That was out of Tony Romo's control.
Hey, all I know though is the Cowboys are gonna beat the Washington Commanders.
It's the prop king. It's the prop king.
They're gonna beat the Commanders.
We're gonna do a Thanksgiving special. We're talking goats.
We talking goats, that's the best show. We standing tall like the big show. Cause we got a big show down pack. Like JMM when he drop pack. I'm spinning bars like Tupac. This content we don't lack. We just stay intact. A matter of fact. We got what you lack. Hey, Millie, Gully. Let's go.